Hi everyone, welcome back. I wanted to do a layout instead of putting those cards away that I explored yesterday with you, which is the Spice Box Tarot. And I thought the cloth that I had out was perfect, but my intention is this cloth, I guess I should say, is a cloth for attracting and inviting energies from the ancestors for information. And there's just one spot down below missing here, which is the words of wisdom. And I'm going to show you a little bit about it over here. I find cats mysterious. And so this is my seeker cloth that I created with just some brushes, pens, inks, all that sort of thing. You can see there the other card at the bottom for words of wisdom. And I have pre-shuffled the cards. And I'm trying to get as many in as I can to show you the placement. I think that's pretty good. And let's just begin. But begin with the idea that I did put out there that I wanted to try to attain information from people that came before us connected to all things metaphysical. Whether they were working with magic, whether they were working with tarot cards, but I guess more specifically focusing on those who worked with tarot cards. Because I realized that they had some difficult times in the past, they weren't always accepted, and it was a challenge. But all those people paved the way for us to have these decks in our hands. And the inspiration that they provide for creators today is just wonderful. And most of us love working with tarot. So all of that went into the shuffling, and I'm just hoping to gain some information. Now, I should say that this portion of the cards represents the past. So it would be information being gathered from people, as I say, connected to tarot in the past. And this side represents the present. And the bottom card is words of wisdom. So I'm going to start turning over the cards that represent the past. And I don't want to jostle the camera too much on you, so I'll probably try to hold the cards up as we go. And I want to keep my thoughts out of it because whenever I get a new tarot deck or a book, I like seeing the different perspectives, the words that they come up with to describe the cards. So the first card representing the past is the World card. And isn't that fabulous? Everything coming together and the accomplishments, their struggles being brought into the world now from the past. But let's see what it says about that World card. Keeping in mind, we're trying to use the information in the book. So the world represented by a dancing woman is the final card and one complete cycle. The creatures at each corner signify the four elements that form the fabric of the world. Now, when I hear that, I think of each person has, I think, a strong element running through them, whether it is earth, air, fire, or water. And in this card, it says everyone coming together, all those elements, all those energies to bring us today what we have. The Fool has accomplished much and is now ready to resume his position at the start of a new cycle. And thinking again of ancestors, I think that some of those people, through the things that they created, do inspire us today. That's a new cycle. And new challenges beckon and they can be approached with confidence. So that sort of tells me we're open. we have information to deliver. And let's proceed. So this card here in the emotional would be feelings around the situation. And here we have the Queen of Wands. Now, I know I should keep my mouth quiet. I said I would. But the Queen of Wands to me in this card, I'm thinking of Pamela Coleman Smith. How her images, because this is a creative person, a passionate person, one who likes to share and inspire others. And when I think of Pamela Coleman Smith, all of that comes to mind. And what a great card. And because we have asked to delve into the past, one of the greatest persons for me is Pamela because of the artwork she created and how she made it so much more accessible to people like me who like to see their pip cards illustrated. But let's see what the past emotions come up for in the Queen of Wands. So bear with, I'm going to push pause for a second. So the Queen of Wands, the information provided says she's a wise woman, independent, authoritative, imaginative, and intuitive, strong, and courageous. To me, that is Pamela Coleman Smith. She knows what she wants and how to get it. The Queen makes a warm, lively host who's generous with her gifts. And she was generous also with the illustrations and how much she gave us in each of those cards, where before they were not illustrated and a little bit hard to approach. So her gifts and her artistic nature is definitely an aid from the past. It may describe a woman you know who fits these characteristics or indicate that you need to develop these qualities in yourself. Yes, let's be passionate. Let's share. Let's bring the gifts that we have to the world and also access all the information from those special people that worked so hard in the past with their own skills. Okay, we'll go on to the physical. So that is the Five of Cups. And let's put that down and see what we can find about the cups. Now the 5 in here, it says the image on the card shows a man turning his back on the world. 3 cups have been spilled, indicating lost relationships. 2 full cups remain, meaning you have a chance to keep whatever is left. Think carefully before coming to a decision, for it could have consequences for yourself and your loved ones. And I think that information rings true now, in that for some of us that pursue this path, relationships can be very difficult. Not everyone agrees with our choice to delve into divination, to play with the devil's pack. But I like the fact that in this one, the building on the left, the church, stands out. Yes, it is difficult for people that follow a different faith than we have. So there are hardships, there are emotional draining, and this is in the position of physical, so I think it wears on a lot of people now as it did in the past. We sometimes cloak ourselves like that card, and we hide some of ourselves and our feelings, and we present ourselves physically different to certain people. Wow. Now the next card is in the heart's desire section. So again, it can be emotional, but it can be feelings and desires and hopes and dreams. And like the one above it, that's a major arcana. So we've had 2 of those, the world and the sun. So let's see what it says about the Sun card. So, the sun shining on a child riding a white horse symbolizes life in full bloom. The fool has passed through his dark night, and the way ahead is clear, indicating energy, joy, optimism, and worldly success. It suggests it is the perfect moment to embrace opportunities and live life fully. So in the past, we have Pamela Coleman Smith bringing her artwork to the world. Yes, she probably too had emotional difficulties and strain, but she stood strong. She brought it to the world, and look where we have come. Her skills, her talents, everyone in the past who fought and fretted and wanted to bring their gifts to the world hid some of it, yes, but they persevered. So now let's look at present. Interesting card, Two of Wands. To me, it's partnering with the past. We've got one step in the past and one in the future. I know I'm supposed to stay out of it, but I can't help myself. So let's just see what it says for the Two of Wands. The card indicates a new goal on the horizon. It has taken courage to formulate your plan. Now it can unfold. Plan for the next stage when your endeavors have taken root and started to grow. Nice. So developing a connection with the past will help us grow. Embracing some of the information, the struggles they went through, and the studies that they did magically, sorcery-wise, everything, and partner with it, and then make it something new for the present. And there is a little bit of fear sometimes with this card, and we can be trailblazers, just like they were. Very, very nice. Okay, let's look at the present for the tarot readers today and their emotional state. Nine of Cups. Well, let me find the cups in here and we'll see what they say. The Nine of Cups is known as the 9-month card and indicates the birth of a baby, of another creative endeavor. Something you have tended and nurtured has come to fruition. You are brimming with joy, and the world is filled with hope again. And presently, look how many people are enjoying creating tarot sites, sharing their information, bringing joy. So what happened in the past has given us such pleasure here in the present. And we do have to nurture it. It is growth oriented because what was that word they said? The 9 months card. We have to develop it. We have to nurture it. And from that we can gain emotional satisfaction. Nice. Okay, let's go on to the physical. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. Let's see what it says in our little trusty book here. Okay, the Queen. She's down to earth, generous with her gifts. She can be relied upon to give fair, sensible advice and to find practical solutions to problems. And in this pairing, I think it's so neat that you've got joy and sharing. The Queen of Pentacles, someone who's open, nurturing, and likes to establish her position. So her position of advice in the present. So there might be some people presently that are very nurturing. They are very giving with their gifts. They welcome that opportunity. And the heart's desire presently, another major arcana, the Devil card. Now let's see what they say about that. So the key words are lust, greed, rage, and primal instincts, secrets, the shadow, success in career, and personal interests. Well, when I mentioned the word shadow, a lot of us today are delving into shadow work. Okay, let's see. So the devil card does not indicate evil. It asks us to confront the shadowy, instinctual part of ourselves. Following the perfect balance of the angel and temperance card, the fool is reminded of those parts of himself that are self-serving, which he has tried to hide even from himself. When this card appears in a spread, things we don't like to admit about our character and desires may be trying to break into our consciousness. A neglected part of us needs to be heard. Personal gain and success in our career are indicated by this card. And it is interesting to note that some people do enter into these channels, come on, baby, these tarot card readings, everything. But there is that balance that we need to attain. Be giving like the Queen of Coins, be nurturing like the Nine of Cups, and that it's not all about monetary gain. Yeah, I'll leave it at that and see what the final words of wisdom are down below here. The Page of Swords. All right, let me see if I can quickly find the Page of Swords. There we go. They say the Page of Swords is clever. He is someone who seeks information for sure. Okay, he's witty, youthful, naturally curious, and inquisitive. The card may represent a boy or a girl who displays these qualities or may suggest that such gifts should be developed by the querent. Okay, so if we've got the page, that's someone who's willing to delve into information, to go behind the scenes, and then bring the message out to the world. So, words of wisdom, maybe do research. Oh, look at how the arrow points right to the past. Do some more research on the past, the people from the past. Follow their words, seek advice in books, things like that. Now I'm going to zoom in and give you another shot. So over here we had Pamela, the Five of Cups, the Sun card. And here we have the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Devil. And sitting between them is the young Page of Swords. There's much for us to learn yet, more information to gather, and with it pointing at the sun, have the courage to do so. Really, really nice. I'm just going to zoom out again. I enjoyed this spread a lot, and I found it very informative. And I hope that some of you enjoyed the cards and the walkthrough. And if you too ever delve into old books and like that Page of Swords, do some research and bring it out to the world. I'd love to hear your comments on how you found the cards and how you found the messages in the book. I just use it as a way to expand and explore and try new words, new thoughts. So let me know again. I think it's a fabulous deck. And if you have some ancestral spreads that you do, can you share those insights?